The man felt a sudden jolt while driving. Hot coffee spilled all over his lap. At the moment he lost focus, the chains on a logging truck ahead suddenly snapped. Tons of logs broke loose and poured forward. A deadly chain reaction followed instantly. This chain of accidents looked like coincidence. In reality, they were strongly connected to me. I was getting ready to travel with my friends. Right after my car pulled away, my father noticed a red liquid on the ground. Not long after I started driving, an elderly scavenger suddenly appeared at her window. She seemed to be asking for empty bottles. At first, I didn't think much of it, but halfway through the drive, I heard shouting from a nearby school bus. A trace of unease crept in, to ease my nerves. I turned on some music. The radio suddenly reported the Flight 180 accident. The coincidences were not over. As I changed lanes, I was nearly rear-ended. That car was the same logging truck. As I felt uneasy, I noticed a toy in a little boy's hands. It looked exactly like my car and the logging truck. I felt somewhat uneasy, but I chose to keep driving. Soon enough, it still happened. When a police officer looked down for a moment, the logs ahead started falling down. He became the first victim. Cars crashed one after another. The highway turned into hell on earth in seconds. My friends and I were not spared. Then the truck lost control and rushed toward us.
Whoa, easy, Kimmy. First year driving?
Seeing the elderly woman outside the window, I instantly realized something was wrong. At that moment, the school bus happened to pass right in front of me. The students on board were also shouting about a pileup.
What?
There's gonna be a huge accident. We're all gonna die. I just saw it.
Seeing that my friends didn't believe me, I immediately turned on the radio. Sure enough, the radio was reporting the Flight 180 accident. The situation was critical. I quickly parked my car sideways in the middle of the road, blocking other vehicles from entering the deadly highway. This move immediately caught the officer's attention. He got out to ask what was going on. He was the same officer I had seen die in my vision. I explained everything to him, telling him I had a premonition of the accident. The officer didn't believe me. Soon, the traffic jam started to anger everyone. Just then, I suddenly saw the logging truck. I kept urging the officer to go stop it, but he refused to listen. The next second, the accident actually happened.